This is the highest region on Earth, Tibet, a land that could take a lifetime to explore. You may have heard of the Himalayas reaching towards the sky, and you may also heard of the Lhasa, the ultimate destination of Tibetan Buddhist pilgrims, and its famous Potala Palace. But have you ever wondered, in a place where the air is so thin and everything feels isolated from the world, where exactly did the story of this plateau begin? There is a place that is even older than Lhasa. It gave birth to Tibet's first kingdom, its first palace, its first Buddhist monastery, and even its first farmland. It also holds some of the most stunning natural landscapes, with countless ancient sites hidden away. Canyons, grasslands, snow-capped mountains, and lakes. China's longest highway, G219, runs through it, and the world's highest village sits right here. Here is the birthplace of Tibetan civilization, Shannan. In this video series, I will be setting out on a solo road trip around Shannan, a journey of about 900 kilometers. Starting from Lhasa, I will travel clockwise, a direction with the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, gradually venturing deeper into this land. I will gaze upon the Himalayas from afar, hike across high-altitude terrain, and watch the sunsets beside those silent holy lakes. I will also visit several crucial spiritual landmarks and listen to the stories of people living deep in the mountains. This is not just a scenic road trip. It's a journey to trace the roots of Tibetan civilization and faith. And of course, dealing with some unexpected mishaps along the way.
Oh, fuck!
In the first episode, I will leave Lhasa and head to Changzhu Monastery about 70 kilometers away, the first monastery in Tibet. After that, I will take my way into Yalong Valley to visit another ancient monastery, Changzhu Monastery, and Tibet's first palace, Yongblogon.
So I just exit the parking lot. Actually, I want to say this is a beautiful town. A lot of people. I thought that the town was very small, but it was not.
Changzhu is the first monastery in Tibetan Buddhism to possess the three jewels, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. For that reason, it's often regarded as Tibet's first true Buddhist monastery. It was built in the late 8th century during the Tibet period, commissioned by King Changzhu. The entire layout follows the Buddhist cosmological model of the mandala. The largest building in the middle is Utseho, symbolizing the center of the universe, and the rest of the monastery extends outward from the center, forming an architectural vision of the Buddhist cosmos. This is the Utseho. It has 3 floors. The lower level is in the Tibetan style, the middle in the Chinese style, and the top level in the Indian style. Changzhu Monastery holds a very high place in the intellectual history of Tibetan Buddhism. The many murals, sculptures, and stelae preserved here today are not just religious arts. They also embody Buddhist cosmology, monastic traditions, and the historical memory of Tibet.
Now I'll be entering these rooms where cameras are prohibited. I will see if I can have any more opportunities. At least in the beginning, camera is allowed to use. And just enter. Wow,
But on this visit to Samye, I'm not really going to walk you through every corner in detail. That is because shortly after I entered the Wutse Hall, a sudden encounter completely changed my original plan. So I was not able to film the monastery in a very systematic way. But honestly, these kinds of unexpected moments are exactly what I look for when I travel. On the second floor of the Wutse Hall is where the statue of the Guru Rinpoche is enshrined. He's one of the most important figures in Tibetan Buddhism. And right here, I noticed a little girl repeatedly prostrating herself. That's her. I had no intention of disturbing her, so I was about to leave, but suddenly, out of nowhere, she walked right up to me, and after finding out it's my first time here, she offered to be my tour guide.
戴着面具，我感觉他涂着一些美甲。
涂着美甲。
对呀，不是吗？
我看到了。你觉得他美甲好看吗？
好看。
这个是什么意思呢？就是把牛奶倒在里面。
这个是让他们喝一下。
哦。
是自然的牛奶，很好喝的。
你来多久了？
我来3-4天。
3-4年
3-4天了。
3-4天。你想不想自己喝？你想喝吗？
我不想喝。
多走长一点。
挺好喝的。
挺好喝的。这又是个什么？
我也是。什么喝的呀？
酒你也喝？这个之后还是不要喝，因为它这些奶可能放很久了就不干净了，喝了会肚子痛的。酒也不要喝，好不好？等你长大了再喝，可以吗？
好好喝，走吧。
好好喝，好好喝。哇哦！来吧，你给我介绍吧。你看你还没有这个高呢。
对，我们去那个塔。
那个绿色的吗？
对，那个塔，然后那个白色的塔。
关
门了，里面不能进去，但是我们可以在外面转。还有个黑色塔。还有个平安塔。
你看你的脑袋痛不痛啊？你磕了那么久。
我不疼。
你看你的头都红了。
真的吗？
有一点点红。
我不疼。
所以你导游是收多少钱呢？
我导游收，他们给我多少就收多少。
1块钱。5块钱，10块。
走，我们现在去那个塔吧，走。然后，为什么它要在狮子的嘴巴里要挂着吗？因为
狮子的嘴巴里有什么挂着呢？
因为这个塔就会飞走的。然后它就被挂在了狮子的嘴巴里面。就不会飞走。狮子很重很重。走吧，我们去。
走吧。走吧。哇，这个好矮哟。这个只有你才能进去了。
好吗？这是个神佛，阿弥神佛。
他是菩萨吗？
对呀。然后他非常的厉害。然后我从这摸他的手，很冰冰凉凉的，很爽。我现在这边放了20多块钱，那个也不见了。
那有没有可能是寺庙的人拿了呢？
我有可能是寺庙的拿了，因为这是20块钱，是我去导游时的费，也是我辛辛苦苦赚到，是给到卓玛神父，不是汤姆神父这边的。我非常喜欢汤姆这个。
你赚的钱都给他们了？
对呀。
你自己不留着呀？
我自己留1块2块多。
你自己留1块2块多？
这以前大概是干嘛，你知道吗？
这个哈达。
平常我会摸它的嘴巴，这很漂亮。这个嘴巴很漂亮，我会抠它的鼻屎。
你还抠它的鼻屎？
对，然后
它为什么有鼻屎？
因为他为什么要被杀？他是人。
你摸他那儿干嘛？
这边有帮他清理一些之前的灰尘。
走吧，出去吧。
好的。
这边。
我们从这直放走，再转，这边有个楼梯，不去那边，有个缝，黑黑的。
你就带我去最好玩的地方，大家都去的。
你感觉哪个最简单就哪个叫。
这是个什么地方？这什么地方？
你想去的地方。走吧。
谁在敲鼓？
进来吧，进来吧。
我进不来。干嘛？
Attention, this is actually a live chanting session, so normally you are not supposed to disturb them. But she let me right into the middle of the chanting, even had me walk around
在
them.
干嘛？这在干嘛？
Out of my trust in this Tibetan girl, I figured this might be some sort of tradition, so I've just followed her in. But the whole time, I felt that it was a very inappropriate thing to do.
我们现在围着这个地方转，真的可以吗？转过，大家都转过，我不太敢。
So, please, do not copy this behavior when you come to visit.
来，先吃这小 click，
什么东西？
吃一下先。
不想吃。
没事，这上面有个故事，你先吃一下。
不要，你吃吧，你吃吧。
不是，这上面有个故事，你不想听到那个吗？
我不吃也可以听呢，你说嘛。给你，拿吃。我走了。
我求你了。
你求我了，那你给我另外一颗。
好啊，味道怎么样？
甜的，你还说不甜？
甜，还有苦是吧？有一点苦吧？生活有甜有苦，
对呀。
不仅要加上苦，还要加上甜，是吧？
是啊。
我的故事好听吗？
好听呢，生活有甜有苦。
有酥油吗？
又在干嘛呢？哎，他们真的是可以让身上转一圈的吗？什么意思呢？转一圈？
尊重，有尊重。
尊重？
对啊。
好吧，我以为那样更不尊重他们，就直接 P 在上面吗？你 P 吧。
P 在自己上面。
那我也来一个吧。我要怎么样？我就先这样。
给。扎西德勒。
扎西德勒。
平安。扎西德勒，村村走。
扎西德勒。
村村走。
这是什么地方？
因为这边老人死了，就是蜡烛。
这是老人的地方。
对，我们去一下老人院，说教一下。走，别呼吸道那边，别呼吸道那边好的。看到了？别说看。
这种看。妈的没嘛？
那就吃的。那就吃的，那还不会。
这种看，从俺这种看吧。你妈是没个有没这一块干。
那就吃的就我还不会。
哎，以后我要怎么见到你呢？
以
后再也见不到你了，我们再也见不到了，是不是？
是啊。人生就是这样呀。
人生就是这样的。
对啊。
总是在错过吗？
对，有时错过，有时没有错。它会咬的。没事。
远一点，别走。
这个没有。
哎呀，别走近。过来。
呀，谢谢。
去找热狗，不要去摸。
飞机把过来了。飞机把过来，机把过来。
一样的把过来。也把死的。
大家换钱是不是都是自己换的？
但我们大部分都在这里换呀。我已经钱都要给了，1块。
你换这么多1毛钱是待会儿给乞丐吗？
对啊。
你要给10个乞丐。
肯定给乞丐呀，不然呢？我去年挖虫草，我自己赚下来，然后买了个自行车，400多块钱。
哇，你怎么赚钱的？你干嘛了？挖锄头？
对，挖虫草。
你赚了400块。
对。
11岁的时候。
对，自己的梦想就小的时候开始干起，不然。
那你有什么梦想？
我的梦想就是导游啊。
导游啊？
对。
你就想做这个？
我会早上8点钟起床，然后看书，然后我就早上买个香，我就去导游。
The whole afternoon slipped by. I had not fully explored every corner of Samye or every mural and statue. Instead, I spent a large part of my time talking with this little girl. But on this journey exploring Tibetan culture, I don't feel like I missed out on this important monastery, and I have zero regrets. Understanding Tibetan culture doesn't necessarily have to rely solely on its architecture, artifacts, or history. Culture is never just found in relics or scriptures. It's also found in people's behaviors. This encounter with a young Tibetan girl gave me the chance to get closer to Tibetan culture through a real person. She offered the money she earned to the monastery and also shared it with the beggars. Observing these behaviors, for me, was perhaps more precious than having seen every part of Samye.
你写不叫你可以再写上面，你就写下面呗。你在干嘛？
We wrote down little notes about the day together and what I looked like. So maybe someday when I visit Samye again, she will still remember me.
This 这是你吗？
是我呀。第一个河南人。
真的吗？这你第一次来。你还有没有什么想吃小喝的？有那个，姐现在有那个香辣鸡腿堡吗？你知道我为什么给你买个汉堡吗？因为我觉得有可能我们再也不见面了，有可能再也见不到了。你会难过吗？
After leaving Samye, I'll continue south, deep into the Yalom Valley, heading to another Tibet's oldest monastery, Changzhu Monastery, and the Tibet's first palace, Yongblagang. On my right is the Yalongchambo River, one of the highest altitude major rivers in the world. It provides the Shannan region with valleys, irrigation, transportation routes, and spaces for settlements. But because I arrived here in January during the dry season, the river doesn't look all that majestic visually. In the summer, it will take on a completely different look. From Samye town to Changzhu Monastery, it's only about 43 kilometers. After leaving the Yalongchambo, I have to pass through Zedang, the most urbanized and prosperous area in Shannan, and I then drive a few more kilometers south to reach Changzhu town. Zedang feels more like a real city center of Shannan as a whole. It sits near the confluence of the Yalongchambo and the Yalong River. Modern businesses are densely concentrated here too. Hot pot restaurants, milk tea shops, all of it.
Alright, right now I'm in Changzhu Monastery. This is also one of the earliest monastery in Tibet, and it was built in 7th century during Tibet Kingdom. So let's go take a look. This is what you see when you enter this monastery. I think this is a very, very small monastery. This was built by Songzhen Gampo. This is something I definitely haven't seen in other monasteries. This is a very large palace. And you see this, it's just like an art piece.
It was only later when I looked it up that I realized that this is actually a three-dimensional mandala, a physical rendering of the Buddhist cosmos. If you remember when I introduced the overall layouts of Samye earlier, I mentioned that word too, mandala. For practitioners, what they see in front of them is not just a ritual object, but a physically manifested sacred word.
And there are so many statues, very small statues. Okay, here I'm on the second floor. So in this room, which I just entered from that side and the exit from this side, I think it has a treasure in it, but the photos and the videos are strictly prohibited. Inside, I have seen one thing, that is Wencheng Gongzhu的刺绣 for Sakyamuni. Alright, Changzhu is really a very small monastery, so I just finished visiting in less than half an hour. So I'll be going to next spots at this time.
After visiting Changzhu Monastery, I drove to the next stop, Yongblagon, which is only 7 kilometers away.
Oh, I've seen it. Just on the hillside. I don't know if I can use my drone. The drone is strictly prohibited in anywhere in Tibet. Many places in Tibet. I don't know. Where? And I'm taking this car.
Yongblagon may be the oldest structure I visited on this entire journey in Tibet. It was first built in the 2nd century BCE by Changzhu, the first Tibetan king, and is regarded as the first palace in Tibetan history.
The first thing you're gonna see is the Great Chinese Communist Party. So this is the first palace built in Tibet, but this one was a rebuilt one. The real one was demolished during Cultural Revolution.
The Cultural Revolution left Yongblagon severely damaged. What you see today, both the architecture and the statues inside, is mostly a reconstruction from 1982.
重点文物保护。 And you really can have a very good viewpoints here. Very good sightseeing viewpoints here. But as a palace, I don't think the size is big, but it's the first one. 上面能进去吗？可以。
Since photography isn't allowed inside the building, unfortunately I cannot show you what it looks like in there. And you might be wondering, wait, isn't this a palace? Then why did the sign just say no photography in the temple? Well, by the 7th century, after Sultan Gambo moved the capital to Lhasa, Yongblagan gradually shifted from an early royal palace into a temple. So Yongblagan carries both the legacy of Tibet's early kingship and the Buddhist history that came later. I've also found 2 bookcases in the corner of the temple, and inside them were not Buddhist texts, but large numbers of the modern publications, like magazines, literature, and even economics and political science. At the southern foot of Yongblagan lies the first field where Nyota Temple taught the Tubo people to cultivate. 2,000 years ago, this was where Tibet's agricultural history began, and 2,000 years later, this same field is still sustaining generations of Tibetan people. I expected this was a very large palace, but considering the fact that it was built at a very early time, so that's okay. But what I have seen was not an original one, it was a rebuilt one. Alright, that brings us to the end of the first episode of this Shannan road trip series. In the next episode, I will continue heading south and finally begin the scenic parts of this journey. I will drive onto China's longest highway, passing through deep canyons and snow-capped mountains, and I will encounter the most breathtaking landscapes of my entire life.
Breathless. Absolutely breathless.
Well, to be fair, I'm only in my 20s, but seriously, I'm going to cry my eyes out. I really hope you enjoyed the journey so far. If you did, please give a like and subscribe to this channel. It honestly means a lot to me. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the road again very soon.